Okay, so I had fried some little chunks of chicken breast with some seasonings, and I added rice. This is a skillet stovetop recipe. So just some of that, skinless, boneless chicken breast that you can buy in a bag. Um, and then, spice, fry it up, and then add your rice and your water. And I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so it's still cooking. I took the lid off of it. I did have the lid on it. Um, but this is like really cheap. Like I said, you can buy a big bag of this chicken for 10 bucks. I've only used 2 chicken breasts and a cup of rice. You can add a vegetable to it. You can throw corn in there. You can have a side vegetable. You can throw it in there. Whatever. I might throw a can of corn in it. But what I want to discuss is that while this is cooking, earlier today, I received a strange phone call. And it sounded like a cross between Zeus and Jason. And they had said something about me owning land in Tennessee. That was the first dead giveaway right there. So I played along. But anyway, said something about me wanting to refinance something for $80,000. I said, no. He said, well, I said, well, I was looking at property, in Tennessee a couple of months back. He said, well, something about they couldn't do the refinance, but if I had at least $15,000 in credit card debt, that was another giveaway. Who the hell's got that kind of credit card debt? Certainly not me. I don't even own a credit card, first of all. Never have. So I said, well, I don't have any debt at all. And I don't have any credit cards. And then it went click and hung up. Well, probably approximately 20 minutes later, the vehicle that I was told to keep my eye out for, a white van, this was a high top van, by the way, went by extremely slow, like almost to a stop. And it actually did just about stop over in front where my neighbor is over there. So, the cops was called this evening. I have the phone number being traced. But the cops was called this evening. And there was a report filed on this. And, so that's why I'm actually cooking supper at, almost 11 o'clock at night. But, so yeah, it's about getting there, just a little more juice in there. But this is such a cheap, and I fried it in a little olive oil and butter. And this is such a cheap meal. And you can cook as much of it as you want to. I'm gonna just put this on here for a few minutes just to let it go ahead and get the rest of that water soaked out of it. But yeah, you can cook enough for 2 people like I am, or you could cook enough for 10. And you can do it probably for, shoot, a cup of rice and a couple pieces of chicken. Probably $5. So, still about $5 even if you add a can of vegetables. Pretty reasonable. So, but yeah, I just wanted to fill you in on that. And he said that he would release his findings in Alice Tells All's live chat coming up. So, we'll see if it was him or not. I'm sure he will state it. So, but the police are aware of the situation. I'll show you when this is done. Have a good one. Alright, so I did add some corn to it and some butter. And I'll show you after I get it in the bowl. Alright. Alright, y'all. Here's the finished. I'm going to zoom in. There's the finished product. You can see it's chicken and rice and some corn. And I'm sure it's yummy. We're going to find out right here in a minute. Alrighty.